Yes, people, myself TS, and in this one, just talking about the whole January transfer window. It's over now. The window's closed, and it's been probably the worst window in Arsenal's history. Thinking back to the beginning of it, we let Maitland-Niles go out on loan when he's a man that can play in multiple different positions. And he definitely would have got game time in the midfield when for certain games we literally had Lokonga as the only natural central midfielder. Kalasa naturally terminated his contract, which, to be fair, it was due to happen anyways. He weren't really playing until he came off the bench for like 4 minutes when we needed a goal against Nottingham Forest to play right back, which questions have to be asked of the manager again. But it's time for him to go. Pablo Mari, we've let him go on loan. Obviously, he started the season. He got run over by Lukaku in Lukaku's Prem debut. Ain't really played much since. But I think for many fans, they'll say he probably is the next best defender after Gabriel and Ben White. But he's gone out on loan. Balogun, we've let him go out on loan, which it was good for him at the weekend. He bagged an assist off the bench, but it doesn't now look like the best of business because now, well, we're down strikers, and obviously I'm going to get to that. Chambers, he's gone to Villa for talk or something about it might be only 2 million. The worst part about it is there's talk that apparently we have an option to trigger an extension in his contract or something, and this is where some fans will get hypocritical at times because they will say for certain players, oh, there's English tax. Well, we just let my man go for 2 million, which makes absolutely no sense. And then other than that, it's really just like the young players like Tyrese John Jules come back from loan. Then he's gone on loan again at Sheffield Wednesday. Cole Hine went on loan to Reading. And then today they announced that Tim Akinola has gone on loan to Dundee. And actually, just not too long ago, they announced that the under-18 striker Armani Richards has left the club on a permanent deal to Leicester. So, but the main one, not fully announced yet, but Fabrizio's basically said it's done, is Aubameyang leaving the club. Now, no matter what anyone wants to say about Aubameyang, yes, he weren't in the best of form probably the last 12 months or so, but at the end of the day, he's a goal threat, and you would have to say he is more clinical than Lacazette and Nketiah. He's probably more clinical than the two of them put together, truth be told. And that's not to disrespect the two of them, but, I think at the beginning of the season, if you thought the beginning of the summer window, if you thought any one of those three strikers would be gone next, he would have been the last one you would think would be gone. But he's gone. We put him on this big deal however long ago, 18 months or so ago. Koi had a disciplinary issue, but he's gone. And I'd really like to know now from either side what the hell's gone on, because I see some tweets today, and it's true. It's like unless Aubameyang must have shagged Arteta's missus or something. Seriously, what's gone on? Because this isn't acceptable at all. We've now got the rest of the season, no matter what it is, 17 games, etc., wherever it is, with Lacazette and Nketiah to rely on. It's not acceptable. It's not good enough. Xhaka seems to be allowed to, get sent off here and there, give away penalties here and there, and he's back in the side the following week. But him, you had an issue with him last season as well. But someone needs to come out and explain this, because this is terrible business. If you let him go today and you bring a striker in of some substantial quality, cool. But that ain't happened. You had all these reports over the weekend, Isaac, whatever you want to call him, all this sort of stuff. Half the window, Vlahovic. None of it's happened. Nothing. And now we've lost him. And like I said, we're down to Lacazette and Nketiah. It literally makes no sense whatsoever. Absolutely no sense. Even I've suggested maybe we might have to play Pepe there. And truth be told, he probably is going to have to play there. I'd rather see him play there. He's one of our clinical players, but the manager don't seem to like him as well. And this is my point now, where it comes down to this thing with this management structure. People say, oh yeah, they've got a job to get rid of the dead wood and stuff and whatnot. But this manager seems to have had issues with numerous players, and there's players that he's had issues with or he hasn't trusted in who walk into the side. William Saliba walks into the side. Guendouzi right now would walk into the midfield. You know, obviously Torreira is different because of his, you know, he didn't really acclimatise to the country and stuff, but this ain't acceptable, you know. I don't actually know how this club is meant to function as some sort of business, because you spend money on players or you spend wages on players and like you don't really sell anyone. What, a couple million for Callum Chambers? You know, our probably best bit of business of recent was probably selling Joe Willock. Joe Willock and Alex Iwobi selling them has probably been our best bit of business this last over long. They probably knew they were going to get rid of Aubameyang or let this happen with Aubameyang, as to why they were rejecting bids for Eddie over the weekend. So Arsenal Football Club, about 12 months ago, were rejected somewhere within the region of 20 to 25 million for Eddie Nketiah, to reject bids for him. Some are just gone to reject bids for him around 9 million over across this weekend, and now he's going to walk in 5 months' time for free. This makes no sense. And you know the worst thing is they'll probably announce Jack Wilshere in the next couple of days. Oh, he signed on you know, a pay-as-you-play. Because there's no deadline for that. A bit like when, I can't remember what team it is. I think it was Southampton recently had the issue, and they went and got Caballero. Like, we're in a bad place now, and if we don't get top 4 now, that is on Arteta, the board, Edu and that, and even the Cronkies, because when they saw him with Cronky, they're like, oh, he's gone to beg for transfer funds. No, they've gone to give him a new deal. That's disgusting and slimy. That's wrong. And I tell you this now, if we don't fix up by the time the summer window comes in terms of addressing our needs and that, it won't be too long before Saka, Smith Rowe, Martinelli are all gone. Let's make that clear. So yeah, disappointing. You know, I could come in here and swear it up, but what's the point? There's no need for it. It's disappointing, but I think it's got to the stage now. Many fans, they're so disappointed with the club, but they're kind of used to the disappointment now. So it's disgusting, but sadly it is what it is. So yeah, I'd be grateful to get your thoughts on it all in the comment section below. And if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button now, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.